is Diana Hutchison, who is working on a high-performance leadership project. Diana, does the manual have an evaluator's book that you've given? Yes, to John. John is going to be Diana's evaluator. Could you please give us any objectives that Diana has for this?
You bet, Madam Toastmaster. Diana's working out of, as was mentioned, the High Performance Leadership Manual. She's in part 2 of 5 parts. She's on the portion where the idea is to effectively share the vision. And while objectives are not explicitly stated, the questions that I'm asked to respond to focus on how well the vision is described and whether or not it's stated in a positive manner, and whether or not it's tied to the needs and wants of individual listeners. And I think that's something that Diana wanted us to focus on specifically, was how well she was tailoring the message to our specific needs.
Wonderful. Thank you, John. With that in mind, the title of Diana's speech is CCC Fundraising. Much better to have CCC than KKK. I just, some of you have heard earlier speeches that Diana gave from the Persuasive Speaking Manual about convincing people to donate time or support to the Centennial Children's Choir, CCC. Now, Diana has decided to turn this group project into an HPL, a High Performance Leadership Project, and today she'll be sharing her vision for the group. This is going to be a 5 to 7 minute presentation for the High Performance Leadership Project with Toastmasters. Let's welcome Diana. Do you want to let her
Were you touched by music when you were a child? Maybe you were in a choir or played an instrument in a band? Or maybe you just sang around the house with your parents or to the television. There's a lot of studies that talk about how music is good for people, for youth, how it builds their brains, and I think it also helps us express emotions, whether we're really sad about something or whether we're really happy and joyful. Music also, in a group like a choir, can help build skills, responsibility of showing up and doing your part, but not standing out too much and being just an individual instead of being part of the group. It also helps build community, the community of people working together to make beautiful music, and the community of people who come together to enjoy that music. Centennial Children's Chorus has been around for 33 years, bringing that kind of experience to youth in 3rd through 8th grade. And I decided to make a high performance leadership project of creating a fundraising committee for the Centennial Children's Chorus. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my vision, our mission for this group, and our values, and some of the approach that we're taking, and maybe even inspire you a little. I've been on the board for 5 years of CCC, and in that time I've seen us struggle of figuring out how to keep it affordable for families and at the same time cover all the expenses that we need to make a choir of 250 kids be able to go. One of the ways we do that is we keep our directors practically volunteers. And I have this vision of Centennial Children's Chorus as something that is existing and providing this great experience for youth, for our grandkids, well into the future. And in order to do that, I feel like we need to have a good solid base of income for the choir. But we also want to keep it affordable, so we don't want to raise the dues sky high and make it so only the elite can be part of this group. So in order to achieve this vision of a choir that's providing a great musical experience for grandkids, I am creating this fundraising committee. One of the things that inspired me to do this was we had a visitor, one of the parents that came to one of our board meetings and talked about how we're changing kids' lives. And up until that point, I realized we focus a lot on the maybe nagging aspects of the board. Make sure your attendance is good, make sure you're dressed uniformly and you're not standing out, and all those things. And we haven't spent a lot of time talking and communicating about how we're changing kids' lives. And we're bringing this beautiful music to the community. So that was one of the things that got me inspired to start this committee. And one of the groups I went to talk to was a community foundation. I said, they know about fundraising and helping groups. And they said, well, there's no quick fix. What you need to do is you need to build your supporter base. And so when I thought about what's the mission for our fundraising committee this year, it's not to raise $1 million this year and create an endowment. Our goal this year, our mission this year, is to build that foundation and build a structure so that we can have a healthy fundraising income of other sources to supplement the dues so that CCC can be existing well into the future. And then when I thought about the values, and the High Performance Leadership Project was really the thing that inspired me to pull out values, because it's not something that comes naturally to me. I thought about 3 values of connecting, inspiring, and appreciating. I want to be connecting for the parents who are on the fundraising group to connect to each other, and also connecting that supporter base out there, the people who have been impacted by CCC or the people who care about music as a way to help youth, connecting us together. And then inspiring. As I mentioned, when Laura came to talk to our board, we need to remember why are we doing this? How are we changing people's lives through this organization? And keep that in the forefront, rather than people need to donate or they need to do this. They want to because we're making a difference. And then the third one is appreciation. All the parents are volunteers. We have other things in our lives. And so just keeping in our mind that we're doing the best we can, and anything that we do is good to help move this forward, as well as appreciation for the supporters who step up and contribute to the choir's future. So today, I shared with you a little bit of my vision of the mission that we're trying to accomplish and what the values. I've given a presentation to parent meetings, and I've got 20 parents who've stepped up to be part of my committee, which I'm really happy about, because usually fundraising is the last thing that people want to contribute to. So I'm excited that I have a group of people that are willing to rally around, and they're the first ones who are saying, yes, this is important. I want to achieve this vision of Centennial Children's Chorus making a difference in the lives of youth well into the future. So if this is something that you have experience in, or you know someone that I should talk to about fundraising, I would also welcome your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Take just a couple of moments, and then we will bring up John.